Hi, Mike Caldwell here. You're watching this video now because you want to lose some inches and some pounds. Now, this is nothing to be ashamed of. In fact, I want to applaud you for taking action before it's too late. Now, the reason you're overweight may be your fault. If you start the day off with a box of donuts and a gallon of soda, then you really have nobody to blame but yourself. But for many people, and I'm hoping this is the case with you, you feel you are eating right and you are relatively active. The truth is that for many people, being overweight can hardly be blamed on them at all. Just look at the start of many of the triathlon and running races today. There are a lot of people in that mix with fat faces and bulging midsections. Some of these people exercise from 1 to 4 hours per day. They watch their calorie intake and stay completely away from anything they consider to be junk food. Yet, despite their best efforts, they are still overweight. Why is that? Well, the problem clearly isn't a calorie balance with these people. The problem is that their bodies are toxic and are no longer working efficiently. Just look at what is being passed for healthy food in grocery stores today. We have strawberries the size of apples, and the apples that are grown in the U.S. are now banned in Europe because they've been deemed too toxic for human consumption there. We are told to eat our whole grains, but the wheat of today has twice the number of chromosomes as the wheat our forefathers ate. If scientists double the number of chromosomes in a human, will we still call these people human? Honeybees are dying off by the millions because they are being poisoned by the pesticides sprayed on our crops. And the meat we eat is no longer grown on a lush green farm. It's grown in a concentrated animal feeding operation. Thousands of cows living squeezed together in a small space somewhere in the Arizona desert. Imagine if people lived like this. What if one of us caught a cold or another illness? Well, of course, we'd all get sick, and this is the same with cattle. So, to prevent any cow or calf from getting sick, they are all jacked full of antibiotics. And are these cows being raised to produce the highest quality meat? No, they are being raised strictly for profit. So the biggest, heaviest cows bring in the most money. Adding growth hormones and steroids in the mix means more profit for the cattle raisers. So seriously, I'm not talking about eating candy bars, potato chips, and soda pop here. I'm talking about people who are trying to eat healthy food but are actually consuming genetically modified produce, fruits and vegetables that are laden with herbicides, pesticides, fungicides, and albicides, and meat that is jacked up with any mix of various poisons. This is why we are fat. This is why diets don't work. In fact, UCLA did one meta-analysis of 31 different diet studies and concluded that the best predictor of weight gain in men is if they have dieted in the past. So basically, after 4 years, men who have gone on a diet weigh more than men who didn't. And here's the thing. Being overweight is more than just a fashion statement. If you have belly fat, then you also have visceral fat. Visceral fat is the fat that surrounds your internal organs. And people with visceral fat have increased vascular inflammation and are at greater risk for diabetes, heart disease, stroke, dementia, arthritis, cancer, and a host of other illnesses. Being fat just doesn't look bad. It's putting the quality and the length of your life at risk. But enough of the doom and gloom. You're here now and I can help you. Check out my personal transition. I went from being noticeably overweight at age 32, and at that time I was single-handedly building my home in the woods. I was super active with that, and for fun I was competing in 24 to 36-hour adventure races. The only food I ate was fresh meat and produce from the grocery store. I lived 45 minutes outside the city, in the woods, and didn't have access to any fast food at all. But at age 39, I recognized I had a weight problem and started eating better and trained for my first Ironman triathlon. You can see here that I've lost some weight, but despite all my training, I still didn't have a lot of muscle definition. I'm still a little flabby around the middle, and I still have some small A-cup man boobs. Then, at age 42, I learned about the problems with our toxic diet, the necessity for cellular cleansing, and the importance of the proper balance of protein, carbohydrates, and fat in our meals. Once I got a handle on that, I shed most of my fat in a matter of a couple of months. And as the fat came off, the lean muscle went on. I now not only look better and am back to wearing the jeans my girlfriend bought for me in grade 12, 28 years ago, but I have more energy, I'm sleeping better, I'm racing faster, I have greater mental focus, my doctor can't believe the improvement in my blood work, and I've greatly reduced my risk for countless diseases and life-threatening ailments. As you can see in the pictures below, my wife followed the same plan as me and experienced the same results. In the past couple of years, I've helped so many people not only release pounds and inches, but have also helped them get their diabetes under control and greatly decrease the symptoms of other serious medical conditions. It's never too late, and now is the time. If you are tired of dieting and tired of the failures and disappointment, if you truly want to lose some weight and keep it lost, if you want to increase your energy and improve your health, then we need to talk as soon as possible. Let's work together and make this happen.